loser, nuisance, disaster, and even worst president in history. Such definitions were used during yesterday's debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Moreover, the last occasion was mutual. To sum up, the 78-year-old Donald Trump looked more cheerful and assertive than his opponent. Moreover, Biden stumbled over some words and spoke in such a hoarse voice that his party supporters rushed to explain this fact as a cult. Will the politician, who is now 81 years old, be able to serve an efficient next four-year presidential term? After watching yesterday's debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, spectators were puzzled. American voters will have to answer this question in November. The debates between the future and former US presidents escalated uncertainty regarding the political and economic future of the country, and certainly also relates to risks of accelerating inflation. Fundamentally, the Fed Reserve will be able to keep the funds rate at a high level for a long time. Besides, Treasury yields will also remain at elevated levels. If so, this will create fundamentals for a strong position of the US dollar. Macroeconomic data may have its impact later today, and the report of a crucial importance will be the PCE price index in the United States. The consensus suggests a 0.1% downtick in consumer inflation in May in the annual terms. If the figure drops to 2.6%, this could support the prospects for the US regulator to begin easing monetary policy as early as September. In theory, it will encourage weakness in the US dollar. However, this scenario is unlikely to come true. Today, the US dollar index notched its 10-day peak and intends to close the month with a 1% advance. The instrument tested the area above the round resistance of 106 points. The US dollar index was still trading within the range of 105.80 to 106.20 in the first half of Friday. In general, the instrument has been trading sideways. If today the bulls keep the price at current levels, the US dollar could make efforts to reinforce its uptrend in the first week of July. Major central banks in other countries have already begun easing their monetary policies. In addition, some risks have emerged that affect after other leading economies and their currencies. For example, political challenges in Europe. The first round of elections in France is scheduled for this Sunday. If the extreme right or extreme left parties implement most of the manifesto in France, this will greatly increase the budget costs. So the new government is capable of jeopardizing not only the sustainability of the huge French public debt, but also the financial stability of the entire European bloc as a whole. As the political uncertainty mounts, the euro is on a track for its biggest one-month fall since January. And today, under the one on the negative political forecast, the euro has again sunk below 1.07 and is likely to finish June with a slump of about 1.3%. In the first half of the trading Friday, the euro-dollar currency pair traded sideways between 1.0670 and 1.0750. This consolidation may indicate a process of accumulation of our trading forces. However, the euro is likely to remain under selling pressure. A breakdown of the lower border of the range will send the price towards the next round level of 1.0600. The nearest support and resistance allocated at 1.0665 and 1.0740 respectively. In this situation, it makes sense to stick to the breakthrough the strategy planning market entry after the instrument breaks one of the borders of the established flat channel. If the breakout is confirmed already today, then the price may gain particular momentum in the direction of the breakout. On the back of all these events, the oil market is now in a limbo. For example, the Brent price rose for almost the entire day yesterday and even climbed above $86 per barrel. However, the overall growth was modest. The insignificant pullback ended as quickly as it appeared. Brent was again trading at $85. However, the benchmark rate began to grow steadily and by mid-Friday had already reached $87 and above. The surge likely comes amid troubling geopolitics and supply concerns. For the main round of the bullish momentum, the price needs to settle above $86 a barrel. This scenario is realistic in the end of the week. Otherwise, Brent crude may again get stuck in the range with an amplitude of 2%. You have watched the review of the global financial markets for today, June 28. Keep close tabs on the global markets on the InstaTraders TV channel. Feel free to leave your comments. Our experts are always ready to answer all your questions. Thank you for watching and see you online next week.